What's this flashing indicator you're talking about? What is this flashing, Bitcoin flashing indicator that is so urgent that you need to stop me from doing what I'm actually doing so I come onto your show? I mean, I thought, there are better things to do. What is this flashing indicator you want to talk about?
So we got some news today, right?
There is news. There's the CPI news. There's the inflation data coming out today.
And we're at the edge of a wedge where Bitcoin just touched 45,500 2 days ago, and if news goes well today, we're about to break another wedge, and the next target's in the region of 48 to 50,000. So I think this is pretty important that people need to understand that, because this is a great chart, but I'd rather show you this chart over here, because this is the one that really brings the tinglies out.
Okay, don't show the chart. Don't show the chart. If you want to see the chart, the chart that brings out the tinglies, well, then you got to do what you got to do, and that means that you got to smash that like button. If you smash that like button, that is when we'll show you guys the chart that is giving Sheldon the tinglies.
Click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, sharpshooter advisor. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is active.
We care about being authentic with the channel. We may make mistakes, we do things, but we do things together. How do you get ready for the show?
Random man, won't you hurry? Cause I...
Click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew.
He's a man, if he can't do it, no one.
All right, enough fighting for the music.
DJ Mix in the house here.
Enough fighting for the music. Welcome back, Banter fam. Nice to see you all. It's also nice to be back on set with the Tentino. I was busy, bro. I have stuff to do today. I've got to get crypto school,
brother. Are you getting sleep?
Tired, bro. I'm tired, bro. I've been working on crypto school so we can make the most amazing school product in the world. And that's what I've been working on. So you see, I've been working on that. You pulled me away. You said to me, listen, you got to join the show today because there's a flashing indicator on Bitcoin. Okay, so this better be good. This better be worth it. That's all I say to you.
Okay, well, get the new people that are involved to join our channel and make sure they're on all of our tools.
All
and
right,
then I'm going to show you the flashing indicator. People missed us. Run. They missed the duo. We got to bring it back.
New people that are here, welcome to our channel. Smash the like button. Subscribe to our channel. Smash the like, because only when we get to 1,500 likes are we showing you the chart that's giving Sheldon the tinglies. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's actually look at the Bitcoin chart. Tell me about the Bitcoin chart, baby.
Oh, is it gonna do it again? Do I have to ramp it up? Wait.
You want to tap it?
Where's our video? Where's our video?
Oh,
come on, Bitcoin.
Yeah, Sheldon, you're a racist. You can't be doing Asian prez. You're a racist.
Okay, so buddy, obviously we got the news today, and obviously the big reason why I love charting is it sort of gives us a little bit of hints on the possibilities of where this could go today. We do have the indications of the the up or the downside indications, and that's clearly this wedge that we have in play here. So the market's showing quite a bit of strength leading up to this, and it's quite interesting, you know what I mean, to see that we're looking at this beautiful chart, of Bitcoin starting to break out here, and I'm starting to see the altcoins now starting to wake up too. And it's quite. I'd love to your take before we even get to where the chart can go and where we can look at next on how you think it's going to go today. You know, you think it's going to be a normal, you know?
I think today is a nothing burger. I think it's an absolute nothing burger. I'll tell you why I think it's an absolute nothing burger. So everyone knows there's inflation. Inflation is it's like factored into the price. Everyone said to us that the numbers, the White House got us ready. They gave an announcement yesterday to say inflation numbers are going to be very, very, very high. So basically they're warning us that that's coming. So everyone knows that inflation's happening, but inflation's happening because of what happened last year. It's like inflation's historical, right? The market doesn't really care about historical. The market's already factored in the fact that Jerome Powell is going to increase interest rates in March. The market is more and more starting to understand that the increase in interest rates is going to be 0.5%, so 500 basis points instead of 250 basis points. So I think it's a nothing burger. So here's what happens today. Inflation comes in over 7.3%, markets shoot down, and then midday or slightly later, markets go back up again. Inflation comes in below 7.3%, markets go up, rampant, and Bitcoin goes rampant, and then the normal markets actually come down. That's what I think is going to happen. Either way, people don't care about today, they care about next month, March. And that is when the Fed actually makes a decision. Fed increases interest rates. My feeling is they increased interest rates by 0.5%. They rip the Band-Aid off, and that's the end of the story. So I don't really care about today's announcement. I think the market will act. I think it'll be a catalyst for a Bitcoin breakout if inflation comes in at 7.2 or 7.3%. But it's a nothing burger.
And isn't it nice that we've had, you know, the market move in the last, 2 weeks without the news and the actual FUD? So we got this leading up again, but it will be great if it's a nothing burger. Like, it'll be great, because the market's finally moving properly without the stupid FUD and without the bloody news.
Let me show you. You see, let me show you. See, I'm a new kind of chartist. I'm a new chartist, okay? I'm a new chartist. What is it that charts are charting? When you look at this, what is the chart charting? Think about it. What is the chart charting?
Emotion and
human emotion. Charts are charting human emotion. Human emotion is never going to change. Whether you're charting Bitcoin, whether you're charting grain, whether you're charting iron ore, whether you're charting stocks, human emotion is never going to change. That's why you can do things like technical analysis, because the human emotion never changes. Therefore, the charts will always be similar, right? So what we're seeing now is we're seeing the beginning of a new cycle. We said it. You want to make money, you got to be a cyclist, right? It's the most profitable sport in crypto is actually cycling. So cycling is the most profitable sport in the world if you do it right. Crypto cycling is the most important sport in the world if you do it right. So if you can identify these breakouts, you see, and you can see the beginning of the cycle, you see, then basically you know how to ride the cycle. So you become a cyclist. So now you know like the cyclists, they ride up the hills of the Tour de France. So now I'll tell you how this works, right? It's very simple how this works. Anyone can ride a bicycle down the hill, right? Any cyclist can ride a bicycle down the hill, right? That's easy.
Yes.
You see, so most people come here and they're not really cyclists. So what do? They ride down the hill. They get onto the bicycle here. They think they're doing cool. And then they ride all the way down the hill and they scream all the way down like babies. Okay, then the real cyclists, if you think about the Tour de France, right? Like the cyclists, the real guys, okay? They can get on the bike here somewhere, right? And then they cycle up the mountain. And for them, they cycle up the mountain like, they cycle quickly up the mountain. They have a few downhills. They cycle up the mountain again. By the time they get here, they take their hands off the bars and they watch everyone go down. Because the difference between non-cyclists and cyclists is that the cyclists know how to ride the cycle upwards like this, and the non-cyclists only know how to ride downhill. That's how it is. You see.
Dude, that was such a brilliant analogy. Like, where did you come up with that? That's brilliant.
I've been smoking too much weed. Not kidding. I'm not smoking weed. But that's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. You want to be good at crypto. You want to be good at crypto. You start learning how to ride uphill. Start learning how to read the cycles. So it's so obvious what's going on here. This cycle over here. Look at. So what happened here? Here is when the market started to panic about inflation, okay? And it panicked about 8th of November, okay? What happened 8th of November? 8th of November was the big inflation surprise. Oh, all the way down, all the way down. Inflation, interest rates are going to rise. Oh, inflation, interest rates are going to rise. Oh my God, inflation. Oh my God, Jerome Powell's going to raise rates. Okay, great. Now, have you finished having your temper tantrum? Yes, you have. Okay, good. Now that you've had your taper tantrum and you know that Jerome Powell's going to increase rates, cool, good. That's what we wrote all the way down here. All the newbies. Oh no. Now we are in a new cycle. This new cycle is actually going to be driven by new narratives. So when we broke this thing here, you see, when we broke this little line here and we confirmed that we broke, that's the new cycle. Now we go up and down the hill, you see, we go up the hill. But now what is the narrative that's going to be carrying the cycle? We don't know that yet. Okay, we don't know that. But what we do know is that we're now in the beginning of a new cycle. And in the old cycle, people cared about inflation and interest rates. And in the new cycle, people don't give a shit about inflation because that's the other cycle. Okay, inflation ended here.
So this is where the Tour de France boys are getting ready to hit this big ass mountain.
Oh no, bro! Oh no! We got on our bike somewhere over here. That's where we started loading up on some altcoins. Not a lot, but we started loading up on some altcoins. Now we got to ride up this wave. Now, if you got in, say you got into crypto here, right? Which is a lot of people got in here, which is the same thing, right? So October, November. And you've written all of this down, right? Like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to help you ride it back up. That's what we're going to do. See, we're going to help people ride it back up. Because riding this thing down, I mean, it was very scary. It was a very steep downhill. It was very
It's like being on a downhill with no brakes.
Exactly. You see, there was no brakes, and people started falling off their bikes. Some people couldn't get back on the bike. Some people's wife took away their bikes and said, "Look, you're not going down the hill anymore. Finished." You know, that cycle's finished now. Now, look, the cycle's not going to be without hills like this. It's not going to be straight, but rest assured that it's going to be amazing when we get there. It's going to be amazing.
It's going to be beautiful. Yeah. I love it, dude.
So anyway, I think forget about, you know what, let me make it very simple for you, right? What's the most profitable sport in the world? Today, like if you're the profitable sport in the world.
I don't know. Isn't it golf
football.
or
American football? Probably American football. Okay, maybe golf, maybe American football. Let's say it's American football, right? Okay. Now, why would Tom Brady quit American football?
For crypto.
Because he wants to become a cyclist.
Oh.
He quit American football to become an NFT cyclist. He wants to come and be a cyclist. That's it. He's now all in on NFTs. He said, look, enough football, I want to become a cyclist. Because cycling is the most profitable sport in the world. And
that's fantastic.
And you know what? You know what the good thing is about cycling? I'll tell you what the good thing is about cycling, okay?
Yeah.
even a short Jew like me, okay, can be good at this sport. Now, short Jewish people usually aren't good at many sports. And I can say that because I'm Jewish, guys. So, short people are not really good at many sports, but you can be good at this sport, okay? Even if you are carrying a bit of extra weight here, like me, you can still be good at the sport.
So it doesn't matter your shape or size.
Doesn't matter. This new cycling, you know what it is? I'll tell you what it is. You know, like mining, you know how difficult mining used to be? You had to have like tractors and helmets and shit like that. And then they said, look, that mining's too hard. Like, we can't do that kind of mining. So let's do a different kind of mining where you just plug in a computer and it does work for you.
Yeah.
It's the same with this cycling. It's like riding up hills and it's too hard. Let's just find a way to cycle by sitting on the sofa. Yeah. That's what cycling is. It's the most profitable
I love
sport.
It, dude.
If you get good at it, cycling is the most profitable sport in the world.
Oh, and look how the market is listening to you, Ran. It's listening to you, pumped up, brother. Look at it. So, guys, this is a great indication now for us now that we are getting the Bitcoin breakout right now, which is fantastic. We had the recent high of 45,000. And now what's great about it is I did put a tweet out yesterday to sort of show that, there's a big sell wall sitting in the region of where we're at, the 45K. But this now, let's jump into our quick indicators and see that Oh, the 8 hours at the bottom, like looking at the 4 hours at the bottom, you know what I mean? Like we're getting to a point now where short time frame RSIs are reset, and now we're looking to break a bullish wedge. And what's great about it is we're looking at a nice wall in the region of 46, but after 46, we got no wall all the way up to the 54K region. So it's showing that we're getting like, you know, those cyclers that were flushed out now, and you got the new guys running in. You know what I mean? It's we're at a point now where, you know, this patient time of this little pull down cycle, you can see how quickly this market can turn bullish and how we're starting to reclaim very quickly. So this is an important wedge that we are breaking out. If we can have positive news on the market today, even if it's just neutral news, you know, we can look at the natural feel of the market of us looking at a great explosion to the upward side. Now, this is where the great thing is coming in, that, you know, we're getting a total 3 breakout too. This is now the exciting part. Now, remember what I showed you guys is we looked at the total market cap, right? Look what the total market cap's doing right now. Total market cap. It is breaking the main downtrend to the downward side. So we had Bitcoin break it a week ago, but we didn't have the total market cap breakout. We're getting a total market cap breakout right now. Now, the next exciting part about it is we looked at the total 3 and the total 2, and we're like, wow, like look how far these guys are from the main trend. And look where dominance has broken trend to the downward side. What does this mean? It means a massive catch up from the alt rally. We've had Bitcoin now lead by example, but now we're getting a wedge breakout for total 3. And now we're looking at a massive explosion of up to $200 billion entering the alt market alone without Bitcoin, without Ethereum. And it just shows you again, Ran, about understanding that whole cycling process through these things. Like there is some massive opportunities with alts right now. And the exciting part with me is we have the USDT dominance, which is about to break support too. So it's about to show us that we're about to get a massive flux of USDT, money flowing out of USDT into the strong market. Like if you're not getting the tinglies, and if no one's getting the tinglies from this, then I don't know what the hell will.
Okay, wait, stop. I am getting the tinglies. I'm getting super tingly, but here's my problem, okay?
Tell me.
The master once said, after breakout comes retest.
Mm-hmm.
Whoosh, when retest come?
When high is in. So no, only when high is in. Who knows if 45 was the high? Maybe 50 is the high, and then we come for a retest to 44 and 45 again.
Okay.
The high is what, you know, is what truly matters. And right now, all we're doing is keep breaking bullish wedges to the upward sides. So the high is clearly not in just yet.
In the previous cycle, previous performance doesn't give any indication of future performance. In the last one, the price went up 45% before we got back any kind of retest. So we got a 45% increase in the price of Bitcoin before we got any type of retest, right? Now, if I'm just comparing it, I'm not, you know, and I know you can't really compare because it's kind of like, you just can't compare. But if I look here, you've only had about 25% increase in the price of Bitcoin. So
exactly.
You're saying that it can still get to 50 grand before we go back and test 45.
Exactly. So because
then why not jump into altcoins now and just ride it up to 50?
Only ones that are breaking the main. So the reason being was we were waiting to see, was that 45K the Bitcoin high? Now we're getting clear indications that could have been, you know, we can be looking at a next high point. And we were waiting for the total 3 breakout. You know, we wanted the total 3 breakout. Now we know, okay, now it's worth to start looking at jumping a few alts because we were waiting to see. We never want to buy when Bitcoin's topped and total 3 sitting at resistance. But now we're getting a breakout from Bitcoin, which is great, but we're getting the main altcoin breakout, which is the signal. Now we jump to the alts and we go have a look and we go see which ones are breaking these damn main trends right now. And these are the worthy ones. And the ones that have been running for the last, you know, there's a few alts that have done 70, 80, 90% in the last 2 weeks. Those are the ones I'm a little bit more patient on. But the ones that are only breaking now, like, you know what I mean? These are the ones I'm super interested in and where we're looking at now. So it's exciting to see the market flow a little bit more natural again, right?
Let's actually look at, because remember in the cycle, what you want to see in the cycle is you kind of want to see what's leading the cycle, where the narratives are that are driving the cycle. And the way to look at that is you go to specifically to the altcoin portfolio. This is our altcoin portfolio. It's not the whole altcoin portfolio. It's just some of it. And then I sort it by 7 days. And usually what happens when I sorted about 7 days, then CoinGecko doesn't work very well, but now it worked. So what are the things that are carrying this new cycle? What are the things that are leading this new cycle? So you see two shares, which is the T share fork. And by the way, I've been watching the price of T shares, and I mean it's down, but it's up. It's now just jumped up again. It was at 7.5. Yeah. So I think maybe worth keeping an eye on that. Remember that if you're going to play that game, you got to know what's happening with Tomb. Gala Games up 100% this week. Credo. Missed it again. Super Farm, because they're launching their new game. So they're launching the Imposters, which is the new game. So what you're seeing is, what's the narrative that is driving this again? You're seeing that the narrative is gaming, metaverse, gaming, metaverse, gaming. You see? So that's one narrative that you can see, gaming and metaverse carrying us out of this. I did speak yesterday about exchanges, and I think I spoke specifically around decentralized exchanges, and I spoke about this one, which I really like, Dopex, and it's up 53. I think that DEXs are something that may carry us out. So that's how you identify what's going to carry us out of the cycle. You see, metaverse again, Wilder World, Monkey Ball, Dream Quest. By the way, I actually think I may have a giveaway for the community. I'll check it out. But you go through charts, and then we'll go through a giveaway.
Cool. Yeah, you can work on that so long. Okay, fantastic. Okay, cool, guys. So let's have a look here. So, we were sort of waiting to see, was that the top on Bitcoin? And if it was, we always got to be patient for any small pullbacks, because that's what we're learning now as a sort of community, that we buy pullbacks, right? But now we're sort of getting a little bit of indications that, a lot of these charts are looking very similar. We're looking at all of these little wedges that we're forming to the downward side when it comes to sand, when it comes to Decentraland. Everything is sort of forming the same wedge of where Bitcoin is right now. And what I like about it is, looking at the 8-hour oversold and looking at the 4-hour oversold, a lot of them, we could be looking that maybe next week we do have a 3-day sort of pullback in the market. But does not mean, for the next remainder of this week that we can have an absolute, alt rally and a catch up very quickly. So ones that I'm looking at that are really interesting right now is Decentraland, especially on the shorter time frames. This is one that's just rallying strong, but it's looking really good.
Metaverse gaming, metaverse gaming. Disney
Sand now too, but at least we're getting the confirmation breaks though.
Disney's coming into gaming. MacDonald's announced yesterday that they're opening virtual restaurants in the metaverse, that they're going to be linking their virtual restaurants to their real restaurants. So somehow that's going to happen.
That's cool.
Disney's actually got a real chance of pulling this off. If anyone has a real chance of pulling this off, Disney's got a real chance of pulling this off.
Fantastic. Looking at the next one, which is broken through weekly, and that Theta's just broken the main downward trend from the down. Like this, when it comes to a trend breakout, is something that's massive. Like this is a really, really good point. So for like looking for one that's going to shoot out the gates very strong, definitely Theta. We're looking at all of the charts. Look how they're all starting to show this wedge on all of them. We got a Link breakout coming. We got a Solana breakout coming. Now, this doesn't mean right now we go crazy with these things. We have broken out of a wedge for Bitcoin now, but I think it's very safe to wait for the news to come out just to make sure that the news is at least on a neutral sort of base. Because if it is a positive news, I see a big eruption in the market, Rand. I'm looking at billions of dollars entering here. And, we're finally at that point where we've been screaming buys for the last 2-3 weeks, or especially the last 2-3 months, at these points where you still got to be stingy for those entries, but we should be in really good positions. And there's one or two of them that I'd be adding to now. I was looking at this one over here, which I'm personally interested myself, which is Astroport. I don't know if you did speak about it yesterday. I think you did, and I think this is one that's just come beautifully off of a downward cycle trend. And now we're starting to show some really good volume spikes that are coming through here as well. And we're looking to start breaking trends. So I sort of want to find the ones that haven't had that full bounce off just yet, but are starting to break trends now. And if we're getting a strong breakout from Bitcoin, we can really look at a strong rally from that. I'd love to know your thoughts on Astro. I know you have spoken 1 or 2 times about it.
Astroport, you need to buy. The reason why I'm distracted is because there's just been an announcement, and I think the announcement could be very good for Astroport, for Luna, and for Anchor Protocol. Okay, so let me just check if it's true. Give me a second. I've got to verify that the news is true. But Astroport, definitely a buy. Definitely a buy. It is the one DEX on Luna. It was built by Delphi Digital, which are the smartest people in the space. Okay, so they're the smartest people in the whole space. They launched the token at $2. It was launched through a fair process at $2. Then the token went all the way down to 60 cents or 70 cents. Now, if you think that Delphi Digital are going to let their reputation go down the toilet by launching their biggest project at $2 and letting every single token holder get wrecked, think again.
And chart's looking great. This is what
I bought yesterday.
We want to catch.
I bought yesterday. I tried to buy.
I'm actually looking to be stocking up. I hope there's no front running here, but this is one that I'm super interested in.
You know what? I'm actually going to put my money where my mouth is. If it's listed, I don't think it's listed on KuCoin. Is it listed on KuCoin? Probably not.
No,
it's only listed on Astroport.
Yeah, and MEXC. Yeah, exchange.
Damn it. Okay.
Oh, Bitcoin's looking strong. This is looking good. And one wants to obviously keep a close eye on if Bitcoin rallies strong is the render main trend breakout, as I spoke about Theta. May possibly be another day or two. But this really strong move from render, it's going to be very similar to the move that would happen to these sort of regions where you break a really long downwards trend and you start to get really strong volume in. Where we're looking. Another one, Rand, what's your thoughts on SCRT, brother? Because this has just had a beautiful cup and handle breakout.
I told you the other day to buy it. I did tell you the other day to buy it. Now I'm going to go to my KuCoin portfolio. I'm going to go to KuCoin portfolio. I'm going to go to the markets tab, and I'm going to see if SCRT is listed here on my KuCoin portfolio.
It's looking bullish. It's looking very bullish.
Oh, they don't have SCRT. Must have SCRT. Come on, you must have SCRT. Come on, KuCoin. Yeah, let's see if it's listed on SCRT. If yes, I'm putting it into my KuCoin portfolio. Okay, let's see. Is it listed here? Markets. Oh no, I can't buy it on my.
Not on KuCoin.
But you know what? I found a way. I found a way to link. No, I found a way to link. All our wallets together. So okay, so I will on my show. I'll show you guys how to link all the wallets together, and then we can actually buy it on any exchange, and you can just see it. You guys can open accounts on any exchange.
Fantastic. Yeah. Then the other ones that I was looking at, there's only another one or two that are really screaming to me right now. Is obviously if Bitcoin has a strong breakout, we can look at a really strong AVAX breakout. I know we've been speaking about it quite a bit, but if we break this really main downwards trend over here, we can be looking at a really strong rally from AVAX. So what I'm waiting at is we are sitting at resistance levels now. So if there is small little pullback at any point, you know what I mean? The $80 region is really exciting me. That's a support buy. Otherwise, I'm waiting for a nice daily close outside of this resistance here. And then we could see a really strong rally catch up to take us back to the regions of $120 to $130. So AVAX is one I was looking at quite a bit. The next one has been quiet for a while that's looking ready to explode strongly now if we get the Bitcoin breakout is the FTX token too. It's starting to, it's been in a downwards phase for a while now. And now we're starting to break key resistances and starting to get some strong volume into the market. So I still think this is something that you should have in your portfolio as a safer sort of side. Yes. But this can be looking at a nice rally back to those regions over there. So that's another one that's breaking clear. And as well as Near Protocol too, which is looking to break our little wedge. We came and tested support. It is still, off of this long rally down. You're looking at a 38% down after the recent push over here. And I think Near Protocol is definitely going to have a nice, strong catch up too with the market. So things are looking good, brother. And I know it's been a tough, I don't think we can deny that this has been a tough bear cycle when it comes to holding it together and holding these sort of things. But, we're getting some really good signs, dude. And we're getting the market to start moving in a lot more natural way again. So, I soon think the winter's soon going to pass and we're going to be on to really fun season again. And I think, like you were saying, March is the important month, though. We get through that strongly and, what I mean?
I think we've definitely turned the corner. It's time. It is time to start buying. It really is time to start buying because what you don't want to do is you don't want to wait until you get...
You don't want to be a top cyclist. What do you call it?
You don't want to be getting onto your bicycle here. So I think we need to start getting on the bicycle. I don't want to do it now because we said we'd keep the shows much shorter. I think half an hour is a great length for the show. later on my show, I think maybe join me and we'll see if there's anything we can add onto our KuCoin portfolios.
And I think the news is an hour before your show, right?
Yes, the news is an hour before the show, but we'll also start the show.
We'll have a little bit of a clearer view as well. We'll be looking at then.
Yeah, don't miss the show. We're going to look at the inflation numbers, what they have to do. Also, by the way, so we are about that close. Okay, when I say to that close, like we are about
just the tip.
No, this is like a ball hair away, bro. Like we're so close to getting KuCoin to give us one full Bitcoin for any crypto banter subscriber. So if you open an account on KuCoin using the referral link in the description and in the thing, so there's a discussion on when we're going to give it away, but either it's going to be end of March or end of April or end of May, but we're just going to airdrop a full Bitcoin to one person that signs up. You don't have to deposit. Don't deposit if you don't want to. Don't trade. You don't do, just sign up. Don't KYC. Don't do anything. Just sign up and have an account. We get a list of account numbers. They're going to select an account. They're going to drop a full Bitcoin into the account. I mean, it's a no-brainer. And don't tell anyone. The main thing is don't tell anyone. Because the reason why you mustn't tell anyone is if you tell people that this is happening, then there are more people. And if there are more people, then that means you get less of a chance. So don't tell anyone about it. Just don't tell anyone. That's the way I see it.
Fantastic.
Listen, there's lots of news. There's lots of news on altcoin. There's news on Anchor Protocol. There's news on Bitcoin. There's news on T-shares and Phantom, which I want to share with you guys. So I'll see you guys again at 9 a.m. EST. We'll try to start as close to 9 a.m. EST as possible. So maybe warm up before and get on the bikes, put the bike on the sofa. We'll see you guys at 9 a.m. EST. Until then, much love, my friends. Much love. Much love.
Okay, I'm gonna go stretch.
Yeah, go stretch. It was fun show. Good to be back on the set together.
Yeah, dude. Let's